Beauford Delaney represents the highest and best in terms of international world art. Not the best in this place or the best then or the best whatever. He's just the best. He's a luminary.
I came across an image of one of his early Paris works, which absolutely blew me away. I saw it and I was stopped in my tracks. I felt like someone had reached into my chest and grabbed my heart. It was just that powerful. And this was just an image, you know, and I just couldn't imagine what I would feel if I stood in front of that painting in person.
I can't take credit for many good ideas in my lifetime, but I had one here, and that was to focus our mission on what's happened locally, and what has turned out to be a really rich, diverse, long history of really terrific artists that have come from here, that have worked here, been connected to Knoxville and East Tennessee. One of the tent poles of that kind of shift in our priorities has been Beauford Delaney. 3 years ago, we had 0 works by Beauford Delaney in our collection for all kind of good reasons. Stephen Wicks, our curator, has been thinking about this and working on this for many years. He's been wanting to. He's always felt like the Knoxville Museum of Art should be one of the places that you come to see the work of Beauford Delaney.
Dante was a singer, he was a vocal coach in New York, and the two of them were very close friends for quite a long time in the late 40s and early 1950s. What I find striking about this image of Dante is how simplified the clothing is. Areas of solid color, scarlet, blue, purple, and then you get into Dante's face and you can see Beauford's early interest in experimenting with color. Look at all the ways that he blends dozens and dozens of different colors side by side to create this luminous lightness of his friend. And you have this brilliant atmosphere behind him. So, as with other early portraits, even though they're descriptive, he's already showing a strong interest in light, not necessarily visible light. There's almost an otherworldly light that he's trying to capture, a light that he senses inside of the people close to him, as well as around them, connecting them. And so I think this is another great example of that interest in light, despite the fact that you still have the sense of this physical presence.
He was an emotionally and psychologically fragile person, and he did hear voices. He tried to keep those sort of inner demons at bay by painting.
And the fact that he was African American and gay, I think, is significant. We don't dwell on that, we don't lead with that, but that's part of who he was as a person and as an artist. We enjoy and celebrate his art just because of who he was and what he overcame, and that could have made for a very dark and brooding and negative sort of outlook on the world. And it's just the opposite. He somehow turned it all around and made it into something that's positive.